recording has been started. And one more important point, is possible, can you increase your mic volume, sir?
Yeah, I am doing it.
Hello, sir. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Am I audible? Is it enough?
If you can increase a little more, that could be better, sir.
I'm trying. I'm trying. It's full here. Just let me know. How is it now?
No, we can proceed, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Fine.
Yeah. So, my dear participants, Mr. Srinivas will take over the presentation. I'll be on mute, Srinivas. Thank you very much.
Okay. Fine. Good evening to all. As Mr. Sunil has introduced me, this is Srinivas Ambati from the Department of English, Osmania University. And I've been training at Ramakrishna Hyderabad Center in Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, wherein I have got an opportunity to improve my skills as well as helping the young Indians in that center, which has been giving me wonderful opportunities to interact with different kinds of professionals, in the 2 decade span of my teaching career. And I'm really happy to interact with you today, this evening, about one of the very important skills that each and every individual needs to refresh. I'm not saying that you're learning. We have already got the knowledge. When Swami Vivekananda says, education is a knowledge already in men. We already have a knowledge. So education helps us in refinding it, refreshing it. So here is my attempt to refresh our knowledge about certain skills that we all must possess as an individual and also as a professional. As Mrs. Sunil said that you're all IT professionals, spanning the experience with some very significant experience, I can say. And some of you are looking for an entry into the IT field. So congratulations to you all for choosing a wonderful profession. And I think we all must appreciate the efforts of Sunil for making this platform, because it's totally a different platform for you all. So I'm really happy that, Sunil has identified the importance of these skills. So today I have chosen, the topic is, working with interpersonal skills at workplace. Generally, for a student also, yes, we need to think of the skills that I need to possess to join an organization. As there are some IT professionals, as you said, you are looking for an entry. So along with your technical skills, which are called hard skills. I repeat, our all technical skills, your IT subject, all skills are called hard skills. And whatever topic we have raised today, we have chosen today, comes under soft skills. I hope now it is clear, I guess. What do you mean by soft skills? Soft skills is a must for every individual, right? From a child to, every individual across the globe. So this is a quick introduction about the topic. So the topic is interpersonal skills, as you can easily understand. So nothing is a new knowledge. Let me tell you. So interpersonal skills means suddenly if you look at it, suddenly you may think that, I do not know this. No, you know it. Interpersonal, between people. What are the skills that we need to, acquire when we deal with people? We deal with people, right? So especially at workplace too, we have a mixed group of people. Though the qualification is same, though BTech or MTech or whatever, special training in IT or software, whatever, but we have a different unique personalities. Our culture might be different. Our community might be different. Our communication skills might be different. Our language might be different. So we come from different backgrounds to one platform once in a while, what happens? There will be a clash between your job and your personality. So our attempt is to just link up these two, my job and my, personality. So personality is that we have developed our personality right from a childhood, undergoing different kinds of training. So it all depends on what kind of a situation I was brought up in. If you had a positive atmosphere, then you become a positive personality, or a combination of both, positive and negative. And unfortunate thing is, we do not know what kind of a negative traits we possess. That's a major issue with all of us. If you ask me, do you have any negatives? I will, immediately respond saying, no, I don't have any negative. But I might not have recognized it, but the people who interact with me will identify that. So I need to interact with people to know my strengths as well as weaknesses. Unfortunately, let me tell you, I'm sorry to say this, whenever we talk about people, whenever we talk to people, whenever we interact, our focus will be on the negative side of it, the weakness side of it. I hope you are getting my point. We always look at the negative. We start our day with the negative. So first thing is, we need to change this attitude. Let us not focus on the negative. So this first important point, because my relationships with other people depends on what I say, what I communicate. If there is a positivity from my side, I think you will love to talk to me. If I say negatives, then maybe people will run away from interacting with me. So it all depends on my communication, my words, my ideas that brings the people towards me. So this is important for all of us. Whether you are a teacher or a trainer, IT professional, or whatever, you need people. People must come to you. So our main focus is to get the attention of people. That happens only when you develop a positive attitude. I repeat, we need to develop a positive attitude. Why am I saying it? Because there are so many other forces which would try to, disturb my positive attitude. I hope you are getting my point. There would be so many forces, external and as well as internal forces, that would try to disturb our positive attitude. We need to always check this. So in interpersonal skills, what are the skills that are needed to be focused on when I deal with the other people? I hope you are getting my point. So let me just quote Warren Buffett, as most of you might be aware of, the second richest man in the world at the age of 90 plus. I'm a great fan of this man. So because I get to learn a lot of things from him, not only about the money management, but about the money and mind go together. If I have to be rich, I need to know when to spend and when to save. There are people who earn a lot, but at the end of the day, they save nothing. So that's how I got attracted to Warren Buffett's, talks or reading his books and all. So I like this quote, whatever he said. So I thought this would be useful for you all. Let me read it out. I quote: "Culture, more than rule books, determines how an organization behaves." I unquote. So Warren Buffett is stressing more on the culture. What kind of a culture? Culture means, a kind of an attitude that one should possess when he or she is in the group. When I'm alone, no one bothers what I do. No one asks, no one wants to know. But it is a matter of interest when I am in a group, and especially at workplace. So there might be rule books, there might be so many things in an organization, but a cultural setup is important. For example, let me just tell you, maybe as far as my knowledge goes into it, the people who join Wipro organization, they don't get attracted to the other company's offers, because I heard, please don't misunderstand this, that they don't get attracted to the other companies because that organization takes care of the employee in all aspects, not only in terms of money, but other aspects, the family values and other things. So in that way, that organization has attracted the love and affection of the employee. So there is no kind of master and servant rule there. There's a kind of a family environment. So we need to check this. So organization is a second home, I can say. I always say, wherever I work also, I say this is my second home. I was also reading one article. So where, you spend more time with your colleagues than home. You only reach home and, have your dinner and just have a chit chat. And then again, you go to bed over again. Next morning, you go to your work. So it is more, time that you spend with your colleagues. So it is our job, one of our job, to create a positive environment, because all may not understand this. So today's session tries to focus on this aspect. What kind of a culture we need to develop at a workplace? That is what an organization or an employer actually looks for. So through that, we can understand the attitude of our employer. We need to, employer is not the one who just, deposits our salary at the end of the month. It means something more. So we need to understand an employer also, because tomorrow you may also become an employer after a decade or so, because most of you might have a plan and you might start a startup, whatever. So tomorrow you will be stepping into that employer's shoes. So we need to understand an employer, and we need to, acquire those skills, so that tomorrow we can also, give an employment to some more youngsters. I hope all of you agree. So after quoting Warren Buffett about the cultural aspect at the workplace, so let me also share a few points that I had prepared for today's session. Is among teams, colleagues, seniors, juniors, subordinates, and other employees, we all need to understand them. We need to have a proper understanding with all of them. Then only such organization will be successful, will be a hit. So it is not that only the top level people are taken care of. Your front office is also important. When a new person enters your office, front office, how they receive them, it's important. It matters a lot. So I can guess what kind of a management that organization has, the way they receive a new person. For example, here, let me just share. I don't know whether I shared this example earlier also. Some time ago, one lady who has been promoted as a manager in one of the companies in Hyderabad. So she raised this question that when she was promoted as a manager, 3 male assistant managers stopped cooperating with her. Whenever she arranged a meeting, they used to, demand for a postponement, and they used to skip it. They used to talk something else. And she was so frustrated, and she was asking us, so how can I control these assistant managers? I hope you're getting my part. Are you getting me? So she used the word, how can I control? I'm a manager, they are assistant managers. I have the power and the authority to control them. How should I control? Then we said, I think we need to understand first why those 3 people are not cooperating with that. There could be a strong reason. I believe you also agree. Without any reason, no one does anything, including the child. So if someone is not cooperating, that means there is a strong reason. It is your job. It is my job to find out what makes them, to do that non-cooperation, in the organization. So we said, rather than taking action, try to find out. So then she slowly said that we 4 are eligible for the managers, but I don't know how the organization promoted me as a manager. So they are unhappy over it. So now you are a manager, rather than using the power, according to 21st century leadership book. I know it's a foreign book. What I liked in that book is just, a boss is not a boss. Boss should be a friend. I hope all of you must understand, because you may have a boss, but you are a boss to someone. Please keep it in mind. Are you getting my point? You may have a boss, but you may also be a boss to someone. So boss must be a friend in this 21st century organization. So rather than this, so we suggested her to, interact with those people and seek their help, because all of them have a different expertise. So to complete the project, to promote the organization, Each and every one of us need to put in our efforts. So what I'm trying to tell you is we cannot and we should not try to control people. We should try to analyze why that behavior from a particular person. I hope you agree with me. That will solve all the problem. What could be the reason behind such behavior or attitude? Why they are not, supporting me or cooperating with me or coordinating with me? There's a strong reason. Maybe you are not allowing. You allow them to say. You create an environment. What I mean to say is they may not, they don't want to, but you create. What's wrong? So, next point I would like to share is, how do we respond to people at workplace? So those who are working, you might have got bundles of experiences. So without your involvement, you might be a target, you might be a victim, you might have been attacked, verbally in different ways, especially in a professional manner. Are you getting me? You might be surprised. Now, what did I do that people are opposing? So everyone, not only you, but every one of us, even I also do face those things. Though I just work and work and work, I don't bother. I don't get time to, for example, spend with my friends. Even this evening is also, a time to spend with friends. But I am spending my time with new friends. That is you all. I'm spending my wonderful evening time with the 612 new friends. I hope you agree. I always call in any new session. I say, yeah, I treat you as my friends. But new friends are no friends, whatever. So, how do we respond? First of all, we need to check from our side. Let there be no mistake at the workplace, especially. And it is always good to just observe things. And second question is, are we aware of the professional rapport? This is my all-time favorite expression, professional rapport. I think some of you might be knowing about it. Rapport is my favorite term because it means having a positive relationship, understandable relationship, productive relationship with others. It is an investment, a wonderful investment than your money. It all depends on me. So professional rapport is, I need to make rapport with my employees, my colleagues, my staff, including the, sub-staff. Once you develop this, I think your every job is done. They would be happy to help you out in every situation. So develop that rapport, create your own kingdom of love and affection at workplace. I repeat, create your own kingdom of love and affection where you should be the king of it, king of that kingdom. So people should love to come to you. It all depends on you. It is in your hands. I repeat, it is in your own hands whether people come to you happily or they just shy away or run away from you. So we need to question. Third point is, what is professional rapport? Just now I was just talking about it. Building healthy, understandable relationships with all the other departments. You may be in one department. If whenever there is time, to interact, have a formal or informal interaction with all of them. Introduce. I don't know whether you believe. During my university days and in student days, I was a hardcore introvert. That's what my friends even today do. What is this? You never used to talk those days. Now you are, live shows in, what you call in the TV shows. You're just, answering the questions. You're going here and there. You're on radio. You're doing a lot of things. A lot of transformation took place. Now, today I'm just talking about professional rapport, which I did not know when I was a student in the university. So what I believe is, yes, anything can be learned. If not in the past, now there's nothing called late. You can always begin your life afresh. So I hope now you understood, right? Professional rapport. So try to interact, try to have a healthy relationships, understandable relationships, professional relationships with the maximum people as much as possible. As much as possible. And what factors affect this rapport? There are so many factors. My personal ego may not permit me to talk to you if I have developed one kind of antagonism. If I don't like you for different reasons, my personal ego might say that no, why don't go to that person. But I need to shut off this personal ego when I'm in a group. When I'm all alone, yes, I can always enjoy with my personal ego. But when I'm in group, I need to maintain the group dynamics. My personality should be different when I'm in group. So there are so many factors we need to question. What is that factor that is stopping me from talking to all? Talking to all. It doesn't mean that you stop your work and talk, but whenever time permits, whenever there is an opportunity to interact, then how do we develop? How to develop it? So that's what. So you try to understand your job and you may need the help of other people. Then whenever you need a help, don't hesitate to take their help. They say when you are hungry and when you want to learn something, you cannot, be shy. I repeat, when you are hungry and when you want to learn something, you cannot be shy. You need to shut off your shyness in these two aspects. Otherwise, you are the one who is going to suffer. What are the merits of this rapport? Why should I develop? There are so many benefits. You never know who will come to your rescue. In an organization, I'm taking organization as a unit here, but this can be applied to the whole society. So people observe us, people admire us, people also observe our negatives. There are two kinds of people. Some observe only negatives in us, some observe the positives in us, some observe both positives and negatives, some observe negatives and positives. How we are able to find the difference. So it is our job to find out what are the advantages, what is it. So people may come and appreciate that you are good at it. I really appreciate that. So now let us go to the other point. That is, no employer entertains any kind of issues among their employees. Suppose we are working in an organization. We both have an issue in the office. Listen to me carefully. Outside, no one bothers. If we fight outside the office, no one bothers. But if we have differences in the office, then it really affects the whole organization. And no employer will entertain, no employer will support, and they will not tolerate. I'm sorry for using the word, they will not tolerate if two people have issues. So it is in our hands to check. We should try our level best to avoid having issues and quickly find a solution to that or seek the help. And then a company or a firm may provide trainings in this regard. Yes, every organization conducts lots of interviews first in selecting a candidate. Then after selection also they provide trainings in giving you some kind of important skills. I think that's what we are doing now. Some of you are already working, some of you are planning to work. So people might arrange these kind of sessions, but it is our individual choice to maintain rapport and maintain these skills. Because once you are selected, the employer thinks and assumes that you are well versed with it, but it is our job to do it. So we cannot stop learning all the new skills. For you, maybe you are an individual. For an organization, you are something more than an individual. Please keep it in mind. You may think that I am myself. I don't know, but the organization observes you, in so many ways. They have an eye on you, not negatively, positively. And if you are good at a project, suddenly you might get a surprise with a new offering, a promotion, or an incentive. You never know. That is the wonder of the corporate world. So you enjoy your work and see that there is no issue from an individual side. If it is there, try to resolve it. Psychology says, if you don't find a solution to a problem within the first 20 minutes, seek the help of experts, or that may become a very disastrous thing in your life. I hope you're getting a point. If there is any issue, try to find a solution within the first 20 minutes. If you cannot find a solution, leave it, but don't keep it in the mind. Or seek the help of experts. It can be a boss, your friend, or someone. You think of it. You decide who is the right person to help you in this regard. You should always have it. And you are not only an individual in the organization, you are one of their strengths. I'm proud that there are 100 IT professionals in my company. Are you getting me? That means 100 is my strength. If one is a problem, then it's a problem for me also. So another point in the same connection is one unhappy employee is a heavy burden for any organization. Employee should not be unhappy, then that would affect the whole organization, the reputation, the project, the work, everything. So it is a job of the organizer, or an employer to check, and also employee to check whether you are happy in the workplace. If you are not happy, even that is not correct for you. If it is also not correct for the organization too. It is both of our job to find out whether I enjoy the job. Once I'm happy with it, I think I create records. I set new standards. So interpersonal skills are also called as social skills. Such a wonderful expression. That means each and every individual in the society must have an idea about it. And it is also called people skills. It has another name, soft skills, and also my favorite expression, life skills. Now I am working on this life skills. What exactly this life skills is, how this will help us in making our life better, much better than today. So I think let us keep it in mind. Always try to improve your skills and make it a better day, than today. Tomorrow should be worked upon to be better than today. And whatever may be the name, they are needed to be learned. All these skills are needed to be learned, relearned, and regularly and relentlessly. So we need to spend a quality time in checking. This is like a mirror, soft skills. Yes, some of you might be thinking that, yes, I know all these things. Yes, it is refreshing. We're just rethinking, re-talking about it. So nothing wrong if good things are repeated. I hope you agree with me. I repeat, this is my favorite line. Nothing wrong if good things are repeated. Only negative things should be avoided. So some of the skills that are selected for today's discussion is, one is communication skills, which affect our interpersonal relationships in the organization especially. So it's a big subject actually, communication skills. Now how to communicate. So people think that maybe I need to have a very good vocabulary. Maybe I need to have a very good grammatical skills. Maybe I need to have other skills and all. Don't worry, please. Whatever skills that we have, whatever vocabulary that we have, that is enough to make a difference. But we need to do only one job, that is select the positive vocabulary, positive words, positive ideas, because my mind is a bundle of positive and negative words. So segregate them and focus on the positives. This is my all-time favorite line that I always share wherever I go. Control your negative expressions. Only express the positives. And then in communication skills, we have a verbal and non-verbal communication. Verbal, I just told you, words. Don't worry, whatever words you have, just select the positives and then use it in your communication. That's it. Then see the miracle. You need not learn new words. If you can learn, that's good. But otherwise also no problem. Then non-verbal, what do you mean by non-verbal is? Non-verbal skills or non-verbal communication is, without using words, we also communicate. That is my physical appearance, my dress sense, okay, my time sense, my tone skills, everything that silently expressed is a part of non-verbal communication. We need to check. I think when we meet a new person, we first scan the non-verbal appearance. I hope you agree with me. Before interacting, then if you think that, yes, this is a person I can interact, then you start conversation with that person. And 80% of our communication is non-verbal. Silence also talks. Silence communicates. So we need to understand why someone is silent. There might be a reason why a particular person has chosen to be silent. Please respect people who are silent. Don't demand them to talk to you. We need to understand. Let me just give you one example. One film star, he was seen in the Shamshabad airport, and seeing him, many people rushed to him and they were requesting him to take a selfie and an autograph. So this man was little reluctant and he said, no, no selfies, please. So looking at this attitude, all the people, they openly discuss saying that these film stars have become popular because we people watch their movies because of our money. They have become rich, and when we wanted a photograph, they are rejecting. They have become so proudish. But this film star overheard this and he said, please don't misunderstand. I'm in a hurry to go to Madras because I got a very bad news that my grandmother passed away. So in this situation, how do you expect me to give a smiley and a selfie? I hope you will understand now. So when people are not in the mood to talk to you, please respect their decision. I hope you are listening. It's not that I should always talk to you. Generally, I hope you all agree to my point that if I don't talk, you will label me as a proudish man. Yes or no? Yes or no? That's the first point we would say. Yeah, this man is very proudish. He doesn't even bother. Otherwise, you can ask. I think if you can respect someone's silence, you are winning their hearts. That is the crux of interpersonal communication. Understand people's silence and also understand people's words. Sometimes people who have no idea about using only positive words, they might, for different reasons, use negative expressions and try to understand that negative expression. In case you cannot understand, please ask them. Maybe they will explain. They have a reason. Without a reason, even a child doesn't say anything. Please keep it in mind. And then we have a listening skills, and then we have emotional intelligence and the negotiation skills, persuasion skills, influencing skills, conflict resolution, and problem solving and decision making skills that are quite important in developing our rapport with our people and developing interpersonal relationships, which is very important. Okay, so why should I know these skills is my question. Yeah, because we come across newer issues, newer challenges in a new situation, in a new place, and with a new person, along with the old situations, old people, old challenges. So that means every moment of time we find a new issue. So to tackle that, I need to be equipped with this kind of techniques or methods or skills or ideas to deal with. Now I hope you agree why I should have this. And after the, polishing these skills in you, you can see the difference. And every new day is an issue and be a troubleshooter. Okay. I always say in my communication skills classes, our communication is 20% about the problem, remaining 80% it should be focused on the solutions. If I give you 3 minutes time, maybe 1 minute we should think of the problem, remaining 2 minutes we need to think of the solutions. If you can apply this formula, I think you will definitely make a difference in your life. Mostly what we do is 3 minutes also, we spend our time discussing the problem. I hope you like the idea. That's why I call it as 2080. So be a troubleshooter. So this is a leadership quality. A boss, whenever you raise a problem, he or she will think of the solution. They might be listening to you, they might be talking to you, they might be sitting with you in the chamber, but their mind is thinking about how to find a solution. So we need to develop this leadership quality along with our boss, because you are also a boss to someone, and tomorrow you may become a boss to someone else also. So develop this habit of finding a solution as quick as possible. I hope you can understand and you can implement that. Let me quote Swami Vivekananda, the greatest saint India has ever produced. And this is one of my quotations that I liked and picked up from Swami Vivekananda's talks and literature. I quote, "Read man is a wonderful poem," he said, I unquote. Read man is a wonderful poem. Being a faculty from literature, I was I didn't know that. So why he said man, observe man, study man, analyze man. Man is like a wonderful poem because the poem can be interpreted in different ways. Poem has layers and layers of meanings in it. Even reading the poetry in any language will develop your critical thinking, critical analysis. Please start doing it. You will enjoy. You will get a wonderful knowledge too. Start reading a poetry in any language. No condition that it should be in English. Whatever mother tongue that you have, in every culture, in every language, in every state, you have great poets. So start reading them, you will understand what it is. So it is like, you will enjoy a poem. Similarly, man, when you observe, you will find a lot of wonderful things in them. Just observe, you'll find so many things. That's what from Vivekananda said. So start up, observing the positives in people. And let me get back to this point that workplace is a bundle of comfortable and uncomfortable situations created by people, the fellow employees, different known or unknown people. So at a workplace, there is no place where you don't have issues. You will have issues, and there should be an issue, but you need to find a quick solution to that issue. Definitely, if there is an uncomfortable situation, that means yes. If I am uncomfortable with something, I need to raise it. You need not take it negatively. Maybe for me, I could not understand. So you need to do it. You cannot say Srinivas is talking the negative or Srinivas is always complaining or whatever. Maybe I could not understand. I hope you understand this point. So listen to them, please. And then maybe whatever point I raised might be a silly one. You may laugh and you say, "Oh, don't worry, that's not the point actually." Then situation is resolved. So we need to analyze the reasons behind such uncomfortable situations. Why someone is saying this? Why someone is like this? Why this is happening to me? Reasons. Sometimes reasons are silly. Not only sometimes, most of the times reasons are silly. When you sit together and talk, you will laugh at the end of the day. Maybe that issue needs a short talk or a conversation rather than one perspective. So try to sit together if you have an issue with, someone. But generally our ego says, why should I go? It says, no, he should come because nothing is wrong from my side. If he is interested, he should come and talk. Otherwise, I don't bother. That point again we'll discuss in the last slide too. So who knows a word, a positive word that may find an unexpected and a favorable result? You take an initiative, you use the positive expression. Maybe you try. You don't lose anything by expressing the positive one. That may give you a wonderful result also. Organizations leave no stone unturned in selecting a right candidate for the jobs. They try their level best in selecting the candidate. They do the maximum job and they recruit you. And after recruiting you all, it is your job to maintain it because they may not have time to again, train you and check and all these things. They are busy with their projects, busy with their commitments, deadlines, and all. So once in a while, take a break to refresh these skills. I really appreciate Sunil for, I'm really sorry that he has been asking me to take a session for a long time. I was a little busy. Then I thought, okay, this weekend I should give him time. So we all need to appreciate, for such initiative. Are you getting me? So an organization takes every step. So once you are selected, it is your job to, check whether you continue the same spirit. Sometimes there are challenges wherein you may alter your personality, your ideas and all. So through these soft skill sessions, we can always recheck our personality. It gives an opportunity to, introspect, retrospect, and check what is happening with us. Let me just tell you one example. Please, take my examples, casually, don't take it very seriously. I just wanted to share this. For example, in UPSC, the process of selecting these UPSC officers like IAS, IPS, IRS officers is very tough actually. So after joining, uh, we find some officers, different. They are not, in a positive sense. I don't want to give you details, but I just wanted to tell you. So I wonder how these people were selected. Means during the selection, maybe in the interview, they might have spoken very well. They might have impressed the interview panel. They thought maybe, yeah, this man has a great ideals and ideas and all. Later, I don't know how they changed. On the other hand, there are officers from the same UPSC, right from their day one, even today, they just do their job. They just do their job. They do their selfless service because, civil service means serving the society, serving the people, serving the common, serving the needy. So still there are officers. I don't know whether I should name some officers here, but I'm a great fan of those officers. Even after the 25 years of service, they have been doing a wonderful job. There is not a single allegation against them. Hats off to such sincere officers, non-corrupt officers, wonderful officers. Okay. And I just get disturbed whenever I see some officers involved in some kind of unexpected, issues that maybe I think that I related to the personality. Maybe they have hidden their personality during the interviews. So what I'm trying to say is organizations try their level best, and it is in your hands. It is your job to check every time. And we need to identify areas of improvement regularly. What is that I need to improve daily? Okay, is a very important aspect to keep ourselves in a positive setup. Otherwise, the danger is, we get attracted to the negative. So every time we need to, work on improving some skill or the other, small skill or a bigger skill or a new skill or whatever. And the danger is you may become a victim of fixation attitude. That is what is discussed in psychology, ego. What is the ego? Personal ego. It tries to take you back to whatever is incomplete in your life. Are you getting me? So if you learn something new, maybe you will be out of that fixation or a fixed attitude, which will become a stubborn attitude and later negative attitude and also a destructive attitude. So I think this is the best remedy to be away from that negative attitude, that to improve some skills, develop some skills, learn some skills, small or big. So take the help of people. We can learn something from people. Can be a family, or friends, or colleagues, or trainers, and facilitators. Identify them, and let me tell you, it is my and only my job to find out the people who are good for my mental health. It is, and also my mental health well-being. Nowadays, the major focus is on mental health and mental well-being. We have education, we have money, we have property, we have everything, but the issue is with the mental health. It is disturbing. People are not happy. People are not relaxed. People are not out of stress. We cannot see that. Stress is no connection to poor or rich, educated or uneducated. It is a psychological aspect. I can use the Hindi expression, "Ye andar ki baat hai." Are you getting me? So no one knows that. You only see my external thing. Oh, you have everything. How can you say that you have an issue? It is an inside issue. So find out people who can bring in that positive mental situation, health to you, and try to spend the quality time with those people. So I need to search for such people to sustain the relationships in thick and thin, in rain or shine, in good and bad, in all seasons for all reasons. So it is my job It is just my job. No one will bother. Don't expect someone to come and help you, please. Please, don't expect. It is your job. It is really your job. So you need to spend some time. Let me quote Swami Vivekananda here. Swamiji says, talk to yourself daily once at least. Otherwise, you miss meeting an excellent person. I repeat, talk to yourself daily at least once. Otherwise, you meeting an excellent person. So you be busy, whatever, but spend some time to know yourself, to understand yourself. Okay, you check what's happening with you. Is there anything wrong at workplace or technology or the subject or whatever? Check always. You need to talk to yourself. You need to ask yourself. No one will ask. Don't expect someone should come and talk to me. No one is talking to me. No one will come. Everyone is busy. It is your job. And one suggestion here is list out people who are good for your mental health, right? Be in touch with them as much as possible, like a precious and a valuable possession. It is your job to maintain that relationship with them, in your own interest. For this life called celebration. This life is a celebration. Literature which says life is a celebration. You need to celebrate every moment in a positive way. You need to find out a way to celebrate every moment. I hope you remember and you understand this point. Along with, I have coined this expression, along with bank balance, I have plenty of emotional balance in the mind bank as well. Emotional balance is also important for us along with that. Then let me.
Sir, this is Sunil. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
we have 10 minutes more as per the schedule.
10 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah. So let us again get back to our session. As I discussed the communication, verbal I said already, non-verbal I discussed. So one point here I would like to tell you is observe other people, only their positives. And when you see the positives, please express it. Don't look at the negatives. They might be busy working on the negatives. That's not your job. Only observe the positives and share it. Relationships are built on the positives only, not on the negatives. So if you are interested in building the interpersonal relationships, please look at the positives of other people as well as your positives. So you decide what you want. Example, let me quote. Yesterday, something happened in Secunderabad railway station in Telangana. Youth seeking employment in army, they have chosen to, protest in railway stations, but that protest took an ugly turns, and there were a lot of damage, disturbance, and all. And later, the police investigation said that one person instigated them. See, look at it, how negative, how powerful the negative is. One negative idea, how powerful it is. I was so disturbed when I saw that video or clipping where the youngsters were shouting, ransacking the railway station, passengers were panic. So please avoid this kind of environment. Negatives are powerful if given ears. Avoid the negatives. Even I generally don't entertain. I don't have time to listen to negatives. If someone is starting a negative, I just avoid. If they are positive, then I generally do this. So then non-verbal communication we discussed. Let me quote Swami Vivekananda here. Swamiji said, physical fitness, mental fitness, social fitness, and spiritual fitness, and every individual must be thorough with. So you need to be physically fit. Your positive communication, positive mindset, positive lifestyle is initially controlled by your physical aspects. So have a fit body. For fit body, some kind of a physical exercise, a game or a martial art or some yoga or whatever it is up to you. You select and spend it. For example, Ramakrishna, they say those who do not have half an hour or 1 hour time for physical workouts, they have a lot of time to consult a doctor because you need to wait in a queue to meet a doctor. Maybe sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes, and a huge, fee. So if you can spend 1 hour, that will have a greater impact on you. Please look at it. Spend some time. Please. If you don't have didn't do it earlier, please get involved in some kind of physical activity, play some kind of badminton or something or a gym activity, and see the difference. You will be flooded with the positive ideas. So positive mindset comes from the physical fitness too. Listening skills, listen to others only when it is needed, when it is positive, and completely happily. Why? Because listening skill is a leadership quality. And another wonderful point why you should listen if you have time is you get to learn a lot of things. The first important point is be happy that someone wanted to talk to you, someone wanted to tell you among the millions and millions, they have chosen you to share their views. So be a hero in that aspect and listen to them completely and try to what you call help if possible. Otherwise, listen. And emotional intelligence, yes, it is whatever kind of emotion you have, happy or sorrow or sad, whatever, try to express it. Don't keep it in the mind for a long time. Identify a person, a confidential person, and express it. Okay, detoxify your mind regularly. You have to release the you know emotions, especially the negative emotions, with someone or the other. So if you have a habit of listening to your friends at any time, that means you are doing a great job. That's the greatest gift you are giving it to your friend. Please be available to your friends and other people in case they want to say something. Ask. Even I ask, is it urgent? When they say yes, urgent, then I stop my job and I listen to them. Otherwise, if they say it's not urgent, you know, uh, we talk later. Right. So next point is, teamwork. So automatically the organization helps in making a team. Maybe you need to understand why. For example, they may put you and me in one team. Personally, we may not like each other, but in the interest of the organization, because of our unique special skill set, we need to do the project work. Please understand whenever the organization puts you in a different team, don't question, don't say, demand that, I need that person and this person. Organization identify two skills in you both. So they wanted. So next important point is, negotiation skills, persuasion skills, and influencing skills. You should take an initiative. If we both have an issue, don't wait for the other person to take an initiative. You take it. You don't lose anything and negotiate. Who knows? Sometimes your step may bring in a good result. When you put a step down, maybe my ego may also vanish, and I may just accept it. I may accept whatever you say and pursue it. Don't wait. If there is an issue with not only for your personal development in the workplace, if other employees have issue, try to pursue it, try to help, try to involve and try to resolve it. It is also your job. Don't always you know uh, give it to the management. No, it is their job. They may not have time. So in case you can do, you do it. Otherwise, no problem. So sometimes your entry might bring in a positive change because I may like you. So if you come and say, please don't argue, then because of the respect towards you, I may stop it. Who knows? But you don't know whether I like you. So it is our job to, what do you call, identify. One more point is we all have admirers in the workplace. Please remember, we all have admirers in the workplace, but the only problem is we don't tell them. We don't tell them. Please, in case you admire any employer for their skills, please tell them that I'm a great fan of you in this aspect. Let them know, please. We have given enough of negative feedback. Stop doing it. Start giving a positive feedback, please. And see the beauty. That man will be so happy, and you will also be happy for sharing it. You have to, because there are some instances. I had one student in the college, Nizam College. He was, I didn't know, I had a wrong opinion about him because he was always, skipping the classes and seeing with the girls. I started, disliking him. But after knowing that he was a topper in BCom and a topper in ICWA, then I started liking him. But the only mistake I did is I never told him that I started liking him. I started admiring him. So after some time, because of one personal issue, this boy committed suicide. I was so disturbed that that boy died without, knowing that Mr. Srinivas, liked him. So my point is, if you see positive, please immediately tell them, share it, at least through the WhatsApp or a phone call or personally. Please tell them and see the beauty of it. Please do that. I hope you would, you know, and whenever you find, I'll be winding up conflicts, personal conflicts or professional conflicts, try to find out the reason where it is. You will not lose anything if you take the first step. I repeat, you start. Even if you are not at wrong, you please take a step and that's a leadership quality. Okay. Be a good human and then tell them, let us resolve the matter. Right. With positive words, you can always resolve bigger issue also. Otherwise, it will snowball into a big issue. Remember, third party sometimes may spoil. So if two people have issues, both of them should sit together, should try to sit together to find a solution. And the last aspect is problem solving is also one of the important interpersonal skills, decision making too. Here, I would like to say 2 points and then wind up my session. Sometimes we need to take a tough decision for good. So don't hesitate to take such a tough decision if it is for good, for individual, for organization, or for family, whatever it is. Okay. And every decision we take must be correlated with our long-term goals. Yes, don't be emotionally weak when you have to take a decision because your wrong decision today, emotional decision today should not affect your long-term goal. So connect your decisions, whatever decisions you take, whether you withdraw or whatever, to your long-term goals, then you will never have regrets. And anger management is one step to towards this good decision making too. And with this, I conclude my today's interactive session with you all new friends of my life. Over to Sunil now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Srinivas. Even I have learned many important points.
Okay.
And I try to implement the points which I have listened in this session in my
that's nice,
regular
nice
life. Okay, to make myself more better professional in this well-being.
Oh, that's unexpected. That's good.
Thank you, Srinivas. And there are some participants who wants to have a quick interaction before ending the meeting, Srinivas.
Sure.
Some of the participants raising their hands. My dear participants who are having some questions, you want to talk to the instructor, Mr. Srinivas, make yourself comfortable. Please raise your hand. So we will be helping you to unmute and you can talk. To start with Mr. Ashraf. Srinivas, as you are the host, only you have an option to unmute the participant. Please go to the attendees list. In the attendees, can you see the attendees list?
Participants, attendees list, yes.
The attendees list. Can you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th participant, Mr. Ashraf?
6th. Ashraf, yes.
And over the mouse on Ashraf. Yeah. And now Ashraf, you are now allowed to unmute. How are you doing, Ashraf?
I'm fine, sir. What about you, sir? Very good evening, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm very thankful
talk
to
Mr. Srinivas now.
Yeah, I'm very am I audible?
Yes, you are very clear.
Yes, Ashraf.
I'm very thankful to you to conduct such a helpful session. My simple question is, the classes will going to start by the 22nd of this month, right?
Which classes you are talking about?
Amazon classes.
Yeah, that anyways I'll update you. Any specific questions related to this particular training, you can talk to the instructor. Okay.
Yes.
You have any questions related?
Yeah, I have one question has been asked me most of the time by the interviewer, that who is the most difficult person for you? So that is the difficult question for me.
Okay.
Who is the difficult person for you to manage in an organization? Suppose I join in big company. So if the question asked to me, and it has asked to me as well, who is the difficult person to manage you? I mean, who is the difficult person for you in organization to manage?
Thank you, Ashraf. Thank you for your question.
So is this question to Sunil or whom?
To Srinivasa sir.
Okay. So I think in your life, if you have seen someone difficult, I think you can answer.
Yes.
that is related to you actually. Did you find any difficult person?
Right, right.
Did you find? I'm asking you.
No, sir. In organization, in working place, in working environment.
Did they ask this question?
Yes, 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 yes. In interview.
Okay. Then do you have such experience? Did you
Uh,
find any difficult person? I said, I'm asking you. So
uh,
only you can answer that.
yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you getting me?
Yes, yes, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
sir.
Srinivas, let's proceed with other participants. Okay, there are many participants, as you can see. You can randomly pick up any participant. Okay,
Okay.
Srinivas,
13. There are
you
13.
can randomly pick up anyone and then allow them to speak.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Let's try with Mallikarjun Reddy, Srinivas. Can you see you have Mallikarjun Reddy raising the hand?
Yeah.
Good
Yes.
evening, Mallikarjun. You are now allowed to talk.
Yeah, good evening all. Hoping all are doing well.
Good evening.
Yes, I don't have any questions, but I'd like to give you a feedback. And this is the one of the wonderful session I attended, and I learned a lot of things regarding to how to be in the IT field because I'm very new to this field.
Okay.
So facing some difficulties while doing my first 3 months of work in the workplace at Bangalore. Yeah, thank you for the valuable session, sir.
That's a wonderful quality, Mr. Mallikarjun Reddy. Please continue that quality because I discussed in the session. People give negative feedback, whether you ask or no. Positive feedback, people don't give. So looking at the positive side is a wonderful one. Please keep it up. Please keep it up. And thank you very much for the compliments.
Thank you.
Yes,
Srinivas, let's proceed with Mr. Satyanarayana, who wants to speak to you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Satyanarayana. You are now allowed to unmute and talk.
Hello, Srinivas. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Yes.
The session is simply superb, I can say. And
Thank you so
these kind of interpersonal skills and soft skills inbuilt in our academics or curriculum in the earlier days. And I mean, in the beginning of the career itself for any employee,
Right.
it means a lot. And we do not know the value of these soft skills. And we do not know there are the skills called soft skills when we were pursuing our education or the academics. And unfortunately, in the day-to-day corporate lives, yes, we are sometimes unbalanced to show these things. And now you have taught us very good interpersonal skills and soft skills and the importance of these things.
Right.
Thank you so much for this wonderful session and looking forward for many more of.
Sure, there are many skills, and I'm really happy to get the positive feedback because the positive means you have understood it.
Yep.
Positive feedback is the result of understanding something. Please keep up the same spirit in all walks of life.
Yep. And had we know these skills much earlier, our present situation would have been much better.
That's always there, but no complaints, no regrets. Now is the right time. Now.
Yes.
Whenever you realize that's the right time, don't worry.
Right. Yeah. You also said that anything can be learned now, if not earlier.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
And talk to yourself daily. Otherwise, we'll be missing ourselves is an excellent quote by Swami Vivekananda.
Swami Vivekananda said, we miss ourselves. Yes or no?
Yes.
We miss ourselves. So spare some time. Wonderful line,
man.
that is wonderful.
Thank you so much for the session, and please keep spreading this positive spirit among all the working class. It helps lakhs of families.
Sure.
Thank you so much for the organization and for yourself.
Srinivas, this is Sunil again. In continuation to I just want to have a discussion. Generally, detoxification, we focus on our body. Okay, we go to detoxification. The food we have to detoxicate. Okay, we spend more of thoughts on detoxifying our body, but in the same way, we also have to detoxify our mind. Isn't it?
Yes.
Mind is more powerful than body. So we focus on detoxifying our body by having good food. In the same way, we should detoxify our mind
Yeah.
And by talking to ourselves, that's one important point. What you have mentioned in today's session. Talk to yourself at least 10 minutes a day, because otherwise you will miss a really wonderful person.
Yeah. Yes.
What a
For
great
example,
statement it is.
Mr. Sunil, if you ask
Yeah.
anyone who is a wonderful person, except yourself, you will name everyone in the world.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, you are
Yes
right.
or no?
Yeah, you are right.
What is wrong with you? You are also wonderful. Yes or
Yeah.
no? You ask anyone, you will get that answer. You will barely get to know I am good.
Yes, you are right.
And whatever you raised is in about yoga. Yoga is for physical health and mental, spiritual, all kinds of things.
Yes, you are right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And
So
Sri
let's have.
Aurobindo focused long ago about this integral yoga during the
Okay.
Independence Days.
Mm.
Maybe if
Okay.
time permits, you can read and
Yes.
understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Can we have a couple of more calls before
Yeah.
ending
No.
the
No.
meeting?
No. No issues.
Okay. Okay. So shall we go with Divya Makhi?
Yeah.
Divya, you are now allowed to unmute and talk. Divya, can you hear us? You are now allowed to unmute yourself and you can start talking. Okay. Let's proceed with other participant. This time, Srinivas, let's proceed with international participant. We have a participant starting with FEYI Fevicomo. So she wants, I think, to talk to you.
Okay.
You can search with
Yeah.
F letter.
I found.
Please allow to talk so
Okay.
that let's have interaction. Let's experience from the international participant.
Yeah.
Fevicomo, you are now allowed to talk.
They are not unmuting.
Fevicomo, you are now allowed to unmute and talk. By default, you will be on mute. You have to unmute and start talking.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good
Good
evening.
evening. How do you do?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, I just want to give a compliment about the training. It's been very helpful and impactful
Oh, that's
because
nice.
really most times we just learn the art skill, we just learn technical skill. We don't pay attention to learn all the soft skills that are needed to make the workplace a safe and good place to work. So, and one thing I've taken from this now to learn to give positive feedback because most times, yes, we always focus on the negative, like you said,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
going forward, I'll put it into practice. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good. Good that you observed and you are implementing it. Spread it. That's nice.
Srinivas, let's take the final call.
Yeah.
You can proceed with anybody. Shall we go with Shreyas? SHREYAS.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
So yes. Yep.
Yeah. Good evening, Srinivas.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Uh, Firstly, I would like to point out one thing. Miss, you told uh, on daily basis you should give at least 10 minutes to yourself.
Right.
And from my evening days, I have been implementing it, and it gives the means for each person the situations are different, like their family background and all things are different. So
Right.
we get the answers from it for own whichever is better for us, because if we are going to ask them others, they will tell the solution with respect to their family background and all the
Exactly.
situations they know.
True.
Yeah. And second one thing, currently now I am working in a IT industry. So sometimes the situation happen is I am working on a project, and there are two leads in my project, and one of the lead is not responding and other one is good, but sometimes they have suggested like you can tell these things to the project manager. Then in these conditions, what we should do or not?
No, if why don't you talk to that lady and find out the reason? Firstly talk. Don't directly go and tell the boss. Whatever you can try, you just try. Don't give that burden to the boss or the management. Many things we can manage.
Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Actually, yes. Actually, I thought the same cause like that situations in which he treat me like that at that point was like there was little bit more stress on him. So I thought he might be doing this cause of stress
Hmm.
or like a burden of work they have.
Is it the lady or the man?
Man.
Okay, I heard it as lady. Okay, yes,
Okay.
there could be so many reasons. I have given enough
Okay.
examples, right? Even if I
Yeah.
don't talk to you when I meet, there could be so many reasons. It doesn't mean that I don't want to talk to you. Maybe I
Yeah.
have my own reasons. So if you ask me, then I'll tell you.
Yeah.
If you just say, what is this, Srinivas sir, you on lecture, you were very active, now you're not talking. Then I'll explain my point. Are you
Yeah.
getting me? So
Yes.
communication is
Yes.
important.
Okay.
We spend more time on the imaginations. We think this could be the reason, that could be the reason. Why do you think? Why don't you sit and discuss?
Yes.
Are you getting me? That's the reason you
Yes.
have to
Yes.
refresh yourself. Whatever negatives are there, drive it away, then you will get this positive.
Yes, sir. And
Yeah? Yeah.
yes, sir. Yeah. And one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I have pasted it in chat.
Okay.
So can you just answer that one? How I can overcome it?
Another one.
Yeah. I have pasted it in chat.
Shreyas, because of time limitations, okay,
Let me
we
check.
cannot go back to chat. Okay, we will anyways get back to you, Shreyas. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Otherwise,
And
share it with Mr. Sunil. Maybe
yeah, I'll
we'll
share it to you,
discuss later.
Srinivas.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
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 And Srinivas, one more person is very keen to talk to you, Mr.
Okay.
Imtiaz. He's
Yes.
requesting me,
Okay.
IMTIYAZ.
Yeah. Yes.
He's
Yes.
requesting
Like
me
this.
for more than
Okay.
some time.
Okay.
Imtiaz, how are you doing? You are now allowed to unmute and talk to Srinivas.
Hey, Sunil. Hi, Srinivas. Thank you so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
for giving me an
Hi.
opportunity to talk for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sunil, thank you so much. And Srinivas, it was a great session I was looking for
Okay.
because I'm an experienced person in working in IT industry from past 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah, just two questions I have.
Okay.
See, I have learned a lot from this session. Okay, and definitely I'm going to implement a lot in my workplace environment. uh, just one thing that okay, people are saying that I always keen whenever I have a good friends, I always keen to ask them one question. So what are the negative things see in me and how I can improve that? So they say that you are short temper, you are anger, like that. I'm getting the comments from them.
Okay.
I don't know how to control that, but it really got hit me a bad because I joined a new company as a lead, but I was I was asked to leave as a lead opportunity, and I am pushed to another project. Actually, I don't know what happened in the background, but the one thing I could tell you that my team members were not happy with me. That's what I heard from a manager. So how can I change myself?
The first thing is, interaction with the team members, informally at least. Formally, see, in the office, I may not be, what you call, in a position to talk to you sometimes. Yes, in the presence of others, why don't you try to talk to them separately once in an informal way over a cup of tea, whatever? They'll tell you because we think a lot to tell the negatives. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting Sunil.
Yeah. So it makes me a little uncomfortable to tell your weaknesses. So you need to find a situation where they can just tell. So because you are in the team leadership, so you need to take an initiative and ask. You need to correct. See, that's what hard skills wise you are very good. Soft skills wise there is a small issue. Yes or no? Small
Yeah.
issue. Everyone will have. Even I might have. I might not know that until unless someone tells me. That's why communication. You need to communicate. So just ask them. Same problem my friend had. Now there's a change in him. Yeah,
Oh,
same
okay.
short temper. Maybe because I can tell you without knowing much. Maybe you are very good at something, that particular project or whatever. So maybe you think that I only know this. Other people do not know. So that
Mhm.
could be the reason. One reason. Are you all
Okay.
getting me? Are you getting me?
Mhm. Yeah, I'm
So the
getting Srinivas.
problem with performance is this. The problem with the people who are perfect is this. You will have. So sometimes you have to step down because the
Mhm.
team members are not of your rank. not of your maturity, not of your understanding. The way you
Okay.
have to get down to your children, if you have children, yes or no? You
Yeah,
don't
I
have
do
the
have.
same level. So there also you need to step down. That's leadership quality. Boss,
Okay.
that's why I said the boss should be a friend also. Casually you can ask what exactly you found. Indirectly also you can ask. Directly, if I have a difficulty in telling you, yes or no? For
Okay.
example,
Yeah,
even if
yeah,
you ask,
sure.
but I openly told you now that maybe you're very good at something. The same, my friend is very good at it. He's in charge for 19 stations of metro. Very good at it. But he doesn't have patience to respond to people. He doesn't listen, doesn't talk. So he has a problem. Now there is a change.
Okay.
He has become a fan of my WhatsApp status. It's a lot of change, every day I talk about one soft skill in my status also. So a lot
Oh,
of change.
that's great, sir.
So
Okay.
your change started now only because you opened it, you expressed that, and now your mind starts working on it. So
Definitely, sir.
talk
Yeah.
to them, talk to them. No, they are in a way helping you by expressing their things. But be ready to take that feedback.
Definitely, Srinivas,
Yeah,
I'm going to implement.
if it is correct, accept it. If it is wrong, you can tell them, no, I'm not like this. Because
Okay.
sometimes I may have a negative opinion about you. I may say you are proudish, but you may say that, no, I'm not proudish, I'm like this. Over.
Okay.
I may
Okay.
have a misunderstanding, right?
Yeah. I'll
So
definitely work on that, Srinivas.
it can be right or no from their side. So if you talk, you will know. Talk
Okay.
to them. Be happy to talk to people. It's a wonderful human life. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Sure, Srinivas.
Yeah.
And Srinivas, second question, just 1 minute.
Yeah.
So you said like it is better to talk to ourselves at least 10 minutes in a day.
Yeah.
So what are the good things we have to talk? You mean to say that we need to stay individual in a room and we need to stand in
No,
front of
talking doesn't mean that literal talk.
Okay.
Introspection, meditating, just checking how are the things happening in your life, are you happy with it, what are the things, this is silent talking, like meditation. Are you getting it? Sit silently, that's it. Silently, without any interruption. Because when you talk to me, I'm not allowing you to have your individuality. So we are always in the group. Be alone and check. Close your eyes and check what's happening. Are you getting it? It gives you a lot of energy. If possible, you can learn meditation. They'll give you some techniques also. Otherwise, today you try doing it. Just close your eyes and sit for some time without any disturbance, without talking to anyone. See how much energy you get. It is like, for example, you drive a vehicle. I think after 40 minutes or so, you just stop your car somewhere because the engine is getting heated. Hello? Yes or no?
Yeah.
If you drive continuously, what happens? Some issue may happen. So give that break to your mind. When you are with the people, it is always working. So give it a break. Meditation tells not to allow traffic jam. Just to relax and relax and relax.
Okay.
Try this. And
Okay, Srinivas.
Yeah.
Thank you, Srinivas, and thank you so much, Sunil. Once again, over to you.
Fine. Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Srinivas. You have given us one more wonderful presentation to our participants, Logic Labs Technologies, and we are always happy to have you in our soft skills training regularly. Okay. Before ending the meeting, I want to have a quick notice. We are starting a new AWS batch Wednesday, 22nd of this month at 6 p.m. This is a new AWS batch. We are starting a new Azure batch Tuesday on 28th June at 4 p.m. IST. Anyways, you get the updates in the WhatsApp group. Ambati, thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Thank you for your
from my
time.
side.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you can stop sharing the screen. As you are the host, now you have an option to end the meeting.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Good evening.